What's up everyone, Super Miko here today, and let me just start this video by saying, May the 4th be with you. That's right, today is May the 4th, which I'm assuming you probably know. Unless you're watching this after it was uploaded, which, in case it is not May the 4th. Unless you're watching it a year later, but that's not what this video is about. This video is about the First Order Heavy Scout Walker Lego set that is, well, it's a Lego set, but is it a good one? That's what this video is about, because this thing, you may recognize it from none of the movies, because it wasn't in any, and I think that's the main reason people hated it. Also, it just looks weird, but we're gonna see if it's really as bad as people say. I mean, the only reason I got it was the clearance sticker right up there. But we're gonna take a look at this set, and maybe it's not as bad as people say. Let's find out. We're gonna start by taking a look at the 4 figures in this set, which I think my least favorite thing about this set is the figure count, because it was originally like $50. I got it for $16, but the thing about it originally being $50 is you think it'd have more than 4 figures, especially when you get one Resistance Trooper, which is this one right here. But, like, this big thing in the background, how are you supposed to fight it with one Resistant Trooper? Like, you really think this girl's gonna be able to take on that whole thing? But, and speaking of this girl, though, this is a pretty nice Resistant Trooper figure. Pretty nice outfit going on there. I seriously doubt it's exclusive to this set, but my favorite thing about it is this helmet right here. This is a really cool helmet piece. It has the, whatever visor thing, like, as a part of it, clear yellow. That's pretty cool. She also has a blaster with the grayer color that they've been using recently. Not sure how much you can tell the difference, but it's pretty cool. And she is the only character, I believe, to have a double-sided face. And I love this face expression here, this confused look. Like, that's like most people's look when they look at that set. It's confused. But, yeah, this is my favorite figure in the set. Next up here we have General Hux, the only named character to come in this set. I'm not even sure why he comes in the set, but yeah, he's here. He has no extra face expression. Like I mentioned, the Resistance Trooper is the only one to have that. But I feel like for a named character, he should be the one to get the extra face. But no, here he is. I can't say I'm really a big fan of General Hux, but I mean, he has a cool outfit at least. Next up is the First Order Gunner. Kind of confused as to why he's a gunner if he's supposed to be the one driving the thing. Shouldn't he be like the First Order pilot? But that being said, pretty basic design on his torso there. No leg printing. The only thing I really like about this guy is this helmet piece. It's really strange, but it's pretty cool. He has this face expression, which I mean, not the most interesting. And just like General Hux, he has small gun, and that's it. Another figure in this set, the last one, is actually one that I like here. The First Order Flame Trooper. I don't have a Flame Trooper yet, so he's pretty cool to get. We're gonna move his flamethrower out of the way so you can get a better look at him. It's a pretty cool flamethrower. But anyway, here he is. You know, he has a pretty cool helmet piece, I guess. Really boring clone trooper face that we get, like, all the time. And then he has this pack, which I guess is for the flames, but we can take that off here so you can get a better look at his back. Which, if I get this off, you can see he has some back printing there. Looks pretty nice. But yeah, he's a pretty cool figure to get in this set, which again should have more figures, but nothing you can do about that. figures aside, let's get on to the build itself. Like I mentioned, didn't actually appear in the movie, which makes it even weirder than it already is. I will say from the front, this thing looks like complete crap if you ask me, because it just looks so weird because of the spring-loaded shooters sticking off the sides. Like, they kind of look like eyes in a way, which just makes it look really weird. It looks better from the side, so we're gonna look at it from the side for the most part. But the weirdest thing about this, besides the overall design, which is just weird, is the way it moves. We're just gonna take a look at that real quick here. See how weird that is? It has, like, spider legs, which is a very strange thing for it to do. It also makes for a really boring build, because you get to build what's basically the same thing 8 times. Which, I mean, building is still building, but to make matters worse, it's Technic, and I mentioned this briefly in, I think, I don't remember what video, but I'm not really a big fan of Technic, but building-wise at least, it's not as fun to me. But yeah, it does have this mechanism which kind of works. Sometimes it really doesn't work right, which I'm not sure why, but I think I got it working now, which that's good. But anyway, moving on from the awkward spider legs, we have this head compartment equipped with 2 rotating guns at the front and 2 rotating spring-loaded shooters in the sides. So we're going to test those out soon, but first we're going to keep looking at it. On the back here of the head, guess you can't really see it. Let me just bring this camera up here for you. You can see it has one of my favorite Lego pieces, which was also on the Snowspeeder polybag that I reviewed at the beginning of Star Wars Week. There's also hooks here to keep the extra spring-loaded missile, and I guess you could hold their weapons there too, in the other one. It has like a visor on the front of it, which is kind of weird. And then on the interior here, you can see how small it is. There's 2 seats, though I will say it's kind of hard to get someone into the front seat with these things here, which don't even have a reason to be there, so that's really annoying. But there is 2 seats and a control panel in there. And also, there's clear red on this part, which it kind of looks cool, like as you can see there, but why they use clear red, I really don't know. That seems kind of strange. But, I guess we're gonna load 2 figures in here. Let me just set the camera down. I can try to fit them in. Can't guarantee I'm gonna get one in that front seat. Alright, well, he's kind of in the front seat. I'm not sure if you really have to take out their weapons like I'm doing to sit them in, but that's what I do. There we go. 2 figures seated right there. Very cramped. But that pretty much is the set itself, so we're gonna wrap this up by showing off the spring-loaded missile and also just talking about, like, if it's good or not. So, as you saw there, I'm not the best at aiming spring-loaded missiles, but overall, I guess the question is this a good set? And the answer is, for $50, certainly not. For $16, it's great because you get a pretty good deal for that, but it looks weird, and it's not even that fun to build if you ask me. But I will say the one thing it is good at, definitely not figure selection, but playability. Yes, I still play with my Lego sets, and I say this is actually a pretty fun one to play with. But other than that, there's really not much good. It's not going to look good on display, but, you know, I think I have the perfect place for it on my shelf. Move this over a bit, maybe. Oh, gonna have to fix that later, but right back there. Looks pretty nice, and now we can put the pork back. Perfect.